streaming live from Daytona International Speedway, RTG edition. This would be good.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
If there is a wreck on the first lap, we'll give it another round.
Good luck, guys.
Well, then just stay out of my way, okay? We won't have a wreck.
Tarnation TV Turbo.
Turbo, you say?
Yeah, buddy. How you doing, bub?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Qualified 11th. Like a 23 or 25 car field tonight here at the Aero88 series. Running the old jalopies. Super Speedway Daytona. Such a good mod. I love the look of these cars.
Right? Classic.
Yeah. Cool. I checked out the standings in the Aero88 series. I've actually made it to every race. I'm sitting at 5th overall out of like 24 people who have entered the league.
Not
5th
bad,
overall after 5 races. Yeah. This is just race number 6. Race number 6. Yeah, I mean, it's all about consistency, too. I mean, if you show up, you're going to get points, right? So some guys have missed a few races. That helps.
And you get a few more races under your belt, and you get that much better, too.
Yeah, after 20 years.
And you've been absent for a while.
Oh, we're wrecking on...
no.
That might have.
He just turned the
might have been a
disconnect.
That might have been a USB issue.
Yeah, he just went hard to the wall, just like that.
Yeah, that's what Pat Makarski's car looked like. When we rack them. Sometimes you have like controller issues.
It just went right on me.
I'll get old issues or whatever, but I have the
Never
TeamSpeak
fails, right?
in the broadcast, but I try to keep it muted as much as possible just because, I don't know, like these guys don't know they're being streamed, right? So,
right.
If like Sean crashes into Javier and like, you fucking piece of shit, like you don't need guys. Sometimes tempers can get heated. Like most of these guys, that's actually part of the rules. The league actually is no shit talking.
Right, like accept the you got to accept the bumps and the bruises that come with the racing.
Yeah, I mean accidents happen. It's a simulator, not real life. So, but dudes do get heated sometimes, and I've heard guys snap and then they're just like asked to leave. But I wouldn't want something like that on going out on the stream. Like, man, that guy's a real dickhead. I'm like, no, he's not. I said he's been practicing the track for 5 hours and then got wrecked in lap 2. Like, he'd be kind of mad, too.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, he'd take it serious and somebody just popped up for an evening and just shit all over.
Yeah.
I think that people at home want to hear that, though. I think that would
it would be great for ratings.
Yeah. In fact, the ratings would be through the roof.
Oh, I missed a shift. Shit. Sorry, inside line there. I messed up my shifting. Whoops. I started in second. I should have been starting in first.
Oh, shoot. That will do it.
So this is different. Like, this is a super speedway, but we were practicing a lot here, and it's a lot different, like you were saying, in Talladega. It's not as wide.
I don't know. Like I say, just watching it from through the stream that I'm watching on yours, it just seems it has more of a sense of speed. I don't know why that is. If it's just maybe the amount of maybe the lines are different length. Like I don't know if that's
there's a lot of trackside stuff too.
Trackside stuff that gives you that sense of it more, whereas Talladega is a lot more vast, like big fields and not as much stuff on the corners. A big open sky, right? And I don't know if that's maybe what it is, but
I'm going over here.
High side.
I don't like that bottom line. It pushes up. I'm afraid I'm going to slide job somebody.
Now, would this be the same as Talladega in the fact that the middle line is the quickest?
I'm hoping, yeah. In practice, though, I was finding the wall was actually faster. Like being up here, I found if you've got a couple guys in front of you, you can just hold a steadier line with that low line. You can see guys are kind of slip sliding around. You're losing speed when you do that, right?
Gotcha.
You get a big draft. You know, just nose to tail all day long.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah. This is not easy to do, though.
3 wide would be sketchy on this track.
It is. It's because of that bottom line being not the most stable.
Well, that's what I mean, because on every... Oh, that's bad. Oh, he grabbed that one.
Nice save.
That was going to be a lot worse, I figured, for sure.
That was an awesome save by Randy Waugh. He he saved it. I somehow got around him. I don't even know how that happened.
No, that was...
Look at the
just
draft
short of,
right here. I got to lift off the gas because I catch these guys so quick.
Right?
I think that's Chris in front of me, yeah. I'm using my arm to steer this thing right now.
Oh, yeah?
Like I got my forearm leaning on the wheel.
It's a bit of a workout.
3 wide. Gotta hold my line here. I got 2 guys beside me. Head of the way, you fuckers. I don't like being this stressed out.
Right? Let's push right to the front. Here we go. Come on.
Boom. Let's
Take the
go,
run.
Elliot. That's Chris. He's gonna bail on me. I can't see if there's a guy down there still. I don't think there is, but
You better check your mirror.
yeah, no, I'm
honk
fine.
twice and then honk twice and then move over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll stick with
balls.
Elliot.
He's got that.
Chris stays
line
up here in
dialed
this
Whoops.
lane, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at this. He's going a bit high there.
Another
Throwing
big
block.
save back there.
Oh, balls.
Oof, door banging at 200 mile an hour, no big deal.
411, was that what it was? Or the 114? I can't tell in the mirror if that was backwards.
114.
or not. Is that what it was? Yeah.
You got Jeffrey Elliott in the green car up front, and brother Chris, I'm pushing Chris.
Oh, okay.
Here comes BSR Eli. Holy mo, he's flying.
Oh. Jeff's got a line coming up behind him. Whoa, this guy's getting fast and loose.
I like this track.
No, I'm saying
This track's
it's
bonkers.
fantastic.
Yeah, this is crazy. The draft is psycho. Like, these guys are gonna train me right now, and then I'm gonna just drive by them all again.
This
This is
track is
the
much more exciting than Talladega. If we
big-
never called another race at Talladega,
Perfect
again,
time,
it'd
and
be
watch
too
this.
soon.
Oof, into the corner. You don't want to hit a guy in the corner. And they are 3 wide
No.
right now, and Chris is in the middle lane. I just don't trust that bottom line. Oh, we're out.
Oh, balls.
I'm on the brakes, but the wheels aren't on the ground. I think we're done, buddy.
That was one heck of a roll there, 72. You're ahead of me, Pat.
Yeah, I think I'm done, boys. Wow. We're gonna try. We're gonna see if they can fix this. Oof.
If you caused that caution or think you might have caused that caution,
Might help if
please
you're
do your
thinking of quit smoking.
things.
You can see where you're going.
You know what? My pit stall's right there. If I can see my pit stall, I'm gonna do an illegal pit.
I was in it, so I'll just take it myself.
Right.
So.
No, man, we're good. We're good. I got just a tad high. I don't know if I got you or not, but I'm at a the arrow.
It's like, oh, you're gonna get a black flag for pitting illegally. I'm like, yeah.
What do we do in that case, Bob?
They're gonna shut her down. That's a bad one.
I was just like Bob usually
Yeah.
say.
You entered a closed pit. Go to the end of the longest line. You think? Yeah, we're done. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
What does it say? No in progress? What?
No poll in progress. That's just me muting my microphones.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, that was a fun one for a second. Do you want to broadcast the rest of it?
We can just switch from the camera thing. I guess what it is.
I'm just moving my I just moved my wheel over. Yeah, I can retire and then go back into live broadcasting mode.
And find out what happened there.
Yeah, we'll go back
out
into
who you
replay and watch and see who we can
Find
yell
out
at.
who you need to cuss out.
Yeah. I'll get off the track there, I'll pitting. All right.
Well,
Let's see
shit.
here. That was awesome. Even though we were only in it for 8 laps.
It was tidy racing for what it was.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's so tight when you're 3 wide here because it's not as wide, eh?
No.
And that's the crazy thing. It's because, like, we're running 3 wide up front, and we were doing really good. It's just there's a lot of movement on that bottom line. Even that right there. Another good save there. Well, the Riverhead Chevrolet looked pretty good when it had all the doors and all the wheels attached to it. Oh, my review mirror is still on the broadcast. I got my review mirror. How do I shut that off? Test bounded loop options. I can't remember. I had that on a button. I can pause it and get rid of that. On the broadcast, I have to I kind of like double the screen and then crop it into my mirror and then move it over. So that, because the ticker actually obscures the review mirror, so it's so the broadcast can see it, but I can't remember my hotkey to shut it off. I'm waiting for this wreck.
I would just watch.
See, look at this, man. Like it's oh, okay. There was a bump there.
Yeah.
It looks like we saw Huntsbury on the bottom. Just a little bit of a. It might have been an internet thing.
You got the worst of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
see right there, the engine blew up. It's, you can see the black smoke comes out. Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't run well when it's upside down.
No. So I'm curious now, how many rolls?
That was quite a few.
You want to take an over-under on that? I'm thinking it was about 7.
Say, rolls? I'm going to say you were closer to 11.
Okay, we're going to count. So the wheels are on the ground. That constitutes a roll. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I lose 8, 9, 10. You might be right. Good call, buddy. 11.
But just because it was that one when it went so fast in that when you're doing like the bulkier rolls there, I'm like there had to have been at least half a dozen in that one fucking quarter second alone.
the bulk of my rolls, like I was in control of that.
Yeah, right. Like when you did that triple half gainer off the diving board, that was beauty.
Yeah.
Look at this, right here.
And then my dad gives me a high five, and I'm like, "Bye, Dad."
Right there, just that part. I'm like, oh, yeah, a half gainer into a reverse triple sow cow.
Oh man, I love it. And then I'm like, this thing's smoking. Sometimes they can fix it. I'm like, I'm not going to go all the way around the track. It'll blow up. But then I got in the pits, and he's like, we can't fix that damage. I'm like, yeah, no shit. No shit, Sherlock. How do I get back to live mode? There we go. So, who am first? The 56 is first. He's probably cheating.
Most
yeah,
likely.
Totally cheating. That fucking thing's way too green, dude.
He's paying for the server. He's like, hey, what's it going to take to make this 56 go a little bit faster than everybody else's?
Yeah.
Maybe
just take out the red line.
let's say if some of my competitors happen to drop a few packets along the way, that wouldn't be too bad, right?
Right, exactly. Internet language packets.
Weird. Yeah.
So
No, he's a good driver.
oh, you know what?
I don't think I've actually seen him win a race yet. I've seen him in the good finish there, but I've seen him give up his seat on a couple of races there to get more people in. But I don't know. I haven't been there when Jess won one yet, so we'll have to wait and see.
He won the truck race 2 weeks ago, and then the server puked.
Oh, that was the one when he...
Yeah, he
when
did
it
win
lost
that
the replay
race.
instantly?
Instantaneous, within like 20 seconds, the server reset. So he did win the truck race 2 Fridays ago. But
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that was...
he's a fucking cheater, though. That's why he always wins.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah. He always wins, and then they're like, no, you were cheating again. So then they take all the points away, and then they tell me to edit this is behind the scenes. I'm not supposed to share this stuff, but they
This won't
contact
make
me
it
behind
air.
the scenes, and then they tell me to edit the broadcast so it doesn't look like he was cheating, but he's a fucking cheater. Look at how green that
Yeah,
car
that's
is. That's not even a real color,
Well,
bro.
We'll cut out all this
Yeah,
shit before it makes
yeah,
it
we'll
to
cut
YouTube
this out,
anyways.
yeah. Because that
This
pigment
won't make-
of green is actually illegal. Doesn't even exist on
No.
planet Earth, and yet he's running it on a car. So clearly bullshit.
Yeah, what's that green? It's like pregnant goblin green or something, isn't it? There's
Yeah, there's a color. That's a color. Pregnant goblin. Pregnant goblin. Where the fuck did you come up with that? This is why we're friends, I think.
No, there was something.
Well, you stole it from someone.
I stole it from somewhere. There's a picture of somebody had like a matchbook from like Holland, and someone's like, "Man, the Dutch are weird," and that was like, I think it was. Let me see if this wasn't called like pregnant goblin matches or something like that.
Oh well, that's awesome.
Don't Google pregnant goblin. It brings up a whole bunch of NSFW shit. Let me see. I'm gonna put the word matches behind it.
Yeah, don't do
Oh,
that.
sorry. Impregnated goblin. Safety match. Made in Sweden.
I love it. I love it.
What should we call our matches? I don't know. Something normal?
It's so dumb. It's almost like strains
Right.
of marijuana. Like it's like the names of some of those things are so funny, dude.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
and they have like menus in these dispensaries that looks like you're at a KFC.
Give me a quarter ounce of God's asshole and like
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's not one, but
it probably is.
oh, at this point I wouldn't be surprised. This is like every other variation.
Yeah. Satan's testicles, there'll be stuff
Right.
like that. I'm like, man, that must get you way high, bro.
No, actually, it's just really good for creativity and menstrual cramps.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the helicopter view, so we can see now they're settled down to 2 wide. Jeffrey and who's a 63? Is that Bynum? Yeah, Keith Bynum are kind of jockeying for the lead. Everybody's staying in 2 lanes now. After the 72 car got grenaded. That was a lot of fun, though, man. That's crazy.
They took some issue with your some of your prior commentary, and decided we had to get this guy out of the race fast. And the fact that you were in 5th, bragging about that too, like that won't stand.
No. It's fun though, man. Like the draft is weird on these tracks. Like sometimes, and then in combination with the setup as well, whatever setup they're using. It's an RTG track, so it's probably custom track surface, set up to match. They're always really good at really fine tuning that type of stuff to grep it up a little bit, make it so you can basically race anywhere. The highline on this track is actually really good. You can see how quickly these guys catch each other.
Yeah, it's a tight
Yeah.
pack from start to end. Like there's nobody. He's not getting that big lap advantage or half a lap advantage unless you're right blown out, because the drafters seem to be keeping everybody together.
And some guys you can see too, like they like racing maybe just like a half lane up, half lane down. So it's not like everybody's comfortable running the same line. They're all running a little bit different line, but it doesn't matter because the draft is crazy. So crazy that you've got to like pull out to avoid wrecking dudes sometimes.
Well, yeah, you had to let off in the corner. That was wild.
I let off
You're
full
like-
throttle. Like I took my foot completely off the gas because I had like, 10 mile an hour on the guy. I'm like, I can't bump him in the corner. Like if you're coming out, I got a good bump from Michael Moore coming right out of turn 2, which then shot me into Chris before I got to turn 3. So that was really good timing because you don't want to do it in the turns. Jeffrey has his wheel set to a spot too where he can take bump in the turns. I still don't like doing it though, because if you get a little internet hop and then you end up inside a guy when you're going through the turn, it's like, pardon? End up inside a guy.
Right.
It can.
I swear, it was just a one finger, but it happened. It could happen to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, one thing led to another. Hey.
Yada yada yada. My fingers inside him. I don't know.
Yeah.
You mean yada yada yada? You can't yada yada over the best part. Like, how did the? Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Right. Jeffrey Elliott and the BSR Eli staying strong, staying true to that bottom line. A 3 times multiplier. Oh, we got Ellisor in the 26. Yeah, Billy Ellisor. See, he had to just avoid hitting the Ulysses in the 96 because he just drove by like 3 people. Got a crazy draft and run and had a gap and took it. That's a cool car too, man, that mellow yellow.
Yeah, right. I like that scheme.
Black and yellow is always cool. We'll leave him the one there. Is that Hewlick? Craig Hagley in the 82. I think Doug has a similar car in the... yellow's out. I was wondering why they were all fanning out. Let's see when the yellow... Green right there. Somebody did something bad. Right around here somewhere. What is that? I don't see anything. On the fence I see the sign go from it's yellow, it's green. So right there, yellow comes out. What the hell is going on here? I don't get it. I don't see anything. Maybe the admins, maybe they pushed, maybe they threw a yellow.
Oh, yeah?
The admins can throw a yellow. Yeah, like it. I don't know what that was. I mean, I muted the TeamSpeak completely, so I can't hear what's going on. Like I said, too, I don't really want to eavesdrop because some of these guys might not know they're being broadcast live. I mean, they don't get too crazy in the room.
No. Can you have them in your ear, though? Like, so you can hear them just on your side?
Oh, yeah, I probably could do that.
So you can keep
I won't be
us
able
at
to hear
home.
you, though, and that's annoying.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
See if there's something in the chat.
Thing, right?
Yeah, there's nothing. That doesn't. I don't know if I would see admin pitting this lap. Wave thumbs up. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't show. Maybe I can't see if administrators do stuff. What am I trying to say? Like if an admin runs a command, I don't know if I can see that in the chat. Probably not.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Pat McCarskey having a problem getting in his pit stall there. He should be okay to get service. He's on a wicked sick ankle though, bro.
Yeah, it's a
one of them angle parking.
Jaunty little angle. Oh, watch out for the wall there.
And Mr. Negron, number 4 in the purple Yahoo car. FSB Racing Pace Car. It's another league that's been around a long, long time.
Oh yeah.
FSB, yeah, they've been around a while. They broadcast every Monday night, I think. But let me tell you, I don't think they get as many viewers as Tarnation TV does on a Saturday, bro.
Our Saturday streams are the hits.
They're big, man. That other one's almost like 400. I haven't really been paying attention, but Jeff was telling me there, Jeff in the green car there,
Yep.
he was telling me that a couple weeks ago live, it's almost up to like 400 hits.
Damn.
Some of them just hit. I don't know why. Yeah, 380. Sorry, 380 hits on that one from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no.
And the boys have been asking us if we're going to run a replay on last Saturday's race because I had to go see some wrestling, and you were out with a whaff. So we are going to do that. We're gonna watch the replay of Saturday's shake and bake race and kind of do a little quick recap on it. Do you want to do that tomorrow?
Yeah, we skip over the boring parts. We get through the yellows.
Yeah.
And
you get like that first lap of yellow to see some strategy, and then we just hit fast forward.
Exactly.
Do you want to do that tomorrow?
We could do that. Probably, yeah. I don't got nothing else. I was like, what am I doing? Probably nothing.
Probably watching some NASCAR. Yeah, so we got into Talladega Nights realm. We're a big deal, bro.
We were. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to be part of this big deal.
It's cool because like the guys were saying, like, you know, they knew that the few days, you know, I forgot about that event we had to attend, and you had a busy weekend too at the wife's birthday, and it was just kind of like, oh man, no live broadcast. They gonna do that highlight reel thing? And so like they're actually, you know, people are asking about it. They want to see it, and we always do the highlight reel for the shake and bake, because basically, if you pulled up a playlist on the Tarnation TV YouTube channel, for like Shake and Bake season 3, you would be able to watch every race from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Even if we can't broadcast live, we do the highlight, the hurry up style broadcast, and that way it fills in the gap. So you'll always be able to see every race. So Jeff uploaded the replay for me, and yeah, we can do that tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, right on. I'm all. What am I doing? I'll be there.
Yeah, me too. The FSB pace car.
So.
Yeah. This track is a lot of fun. So yeah, it's cool. Next week, here at the Aero88 DWI series, we're going to Lowe's Motor Speedway, which is a 2-mile tri-oval. It's kind of shaped like the letter D, a capital letter D. You can't do a track shaped like a lowercase d because you'd end up in a dead end and it would be a very short race.
Right? It's one lap.
Yeah, one weird lap.
It's the weirdest quarter mile ever.
Yeah, but that'll be fun. Yeah, Lowe's is a cool track. Lowe's and Charlotte are similar, but you know, you can say they're similar, but they all race different. Like this is a super speedway, just like Talladega, but it's 0.1 mile shorter. This is 2.5 miles even, where Talladega is 2.66. These guys going 3 wide. You crazy bastages.
Yeah, look, don't you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, the 72 got blowed up.
He went end over end, side over side. Spectator
cam on this track is probably actually going to switch. Yeah. On the Talladega camera set that I use, it doesn't switch. It's just like one guy sitting in the stands.
Yeah, this is actually, this isn't a bad camera to give you. I didn't realize the camera sets changed with their different racetracks, but I guess it makes sense depending on where you're going to place the cameras.
Yeah, the people who make the track have to supply a cam file. So it's like, trackname.cam. But then you could go online and you can download different cameras for the track. So what I did, I mean, I could take this camera pack and put it in Talladega, but it wouldn't work because in 3D space, the track isn't in the same spot, right? I might the camera might end up under the track if the guy built the track higher. Or, oh no!
Oh, smash up. Oh.
Nothing too gnarly. That'll be a yellow flag situation.
It looked like there was going to be a bunch of stuff. No, I was joking before about saying it's different to watch than Talladega. That's just because that's the one we call all the time. I don't mind calling it Talladega because usually the racing, not a lot happening for the most part.
Oh, man.
Maybe
you wait until we call this one tomorrow. Jeff actually had to give me some notes on how it finished because it's a crazy finish, dude.
Well, I'm saying, but when it's smooth on Talladega, there's not much to say about it. Like, it's just like, okay, 3, maybe 4 wide, everyone's doing their thing, and just
it's a solid track.
This one feels more of a hurried, like a rushed, maybe it's the corners letting off and everybody so grouped tightly together no matter what, even after that accident. Like, I mean, the guy that crashed in the number 4, he's already back in there, right?
This is a replay.
Oh, we're still on replay. We're still on replay, my bad. I'm like, look he already came back pretty quick.
Yeah, it just this track is a little bit of an accordion. We talk about that all the time, where there's like a kink in the chain.
A little bit of a bump from the boss man there. And...
Yeah, you know, he had to lift and got bumped a little bit. But that's the thing. Like this track, it seems more frantic.
Yeah, I think so. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, even driving it. Because it's harder to keep it, I don't know why, but it's harder to keep it on a rail. Where Talladega, it's a little bit wider, so it is easier to, you know, there's a little bit more wiggle room. With this one, it's like, yeah, there's like no wiggle room at all. You know, you wiggle and then that stuff happens. But it's super fast and the draft is crazy. Oh, there goes Pat. Going for a drive.
Just checking out reverse, making sure it works.
Yeah, exactly. Let's park the camera right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what? It reminds me, I forgot to put that crane back before, too. I left it hanging over pit road there.
Oh, yeah. The big zoom boom with the camera guy on the end.
Well, the bees were in the bucket, and then I had to jump down to the grass, and then, of course, I couldn't put it back because... How you gonna get up there, right?
Oh, another spin out end of the pit road. BSR Eli in the 114. He's around it. He blocks the pit lane. We're trying to make drama here. It's under yellow, so it doesn't matter. He'll lose some positions on that though, because the stop sign man is where they lock your position in when you come out of the pits.
Yeah, this just in from the team speak. They just asked him if they wanted him to learn how to drive a car. There's a driver's ed store down the road, they said. And I'm like, oh, that's uncalled for. But you know how it is. No, they like to bust each other's balls and chops there. Balls?
Yeah.
Turbo.
It's balls. Turbo. You can say balls. Yeah. You can say cock and balls. You can say whatever you want.
Hey.
You want the family rated?
Back up at the front?
Yep. You want the family rated broadcast? Tune in Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern for more. Tarnation TV. Not Tarnation TV Turbo. Because on this channel, we do what we want. We don't give a shit.
Yeah. To quote the great poet, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Zach De La Roca.
Zach. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
You're
motherfucker. Ugh.
Exactly. You forgot the most important part of the quote.
Yeah. Ugh. That part at the end, it's like, that's what makes it heavy metal, is the growling and the grunting. A little bit of pure that Jeffrey Elliott has pulled down below the yellow line, going to the pits another time, relinquishing the lead to Ken Hunsbury in the Washington. Oh my gosh. The Washington football team car.
The Washington football team.
Yeah. Well, we were having that discussion last week where you got like the Redskins and the Eskimos. They all changed their name. Like the Edmonton Eskimos are called what now?
The Edmonton football team?
I don't know. I think they have a name though, don't they?
Are they the Rough Riders?
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. Let's have 7 teams and have 3 of them be called the Rough Riders. Why not, right?
Right, instead of just the 2 of the 7 teams.
Yeah.
And
Well, so
also,
you've got
let's have 7 teams in the league and try and figure out how to work those
7 different words in the English language. Okay, so let's see. Edmonton CFL team.
they're no longer.
Okay.
Eskimos.
They are called the Elks. And I can see why they called them the Edmonton Elks, because they didn't have to change the logo.
Oh, okay.
Edmonton Eskimos, right? It was a green circle with EE inside of it. And then they changed the word Eskimo to elk, and they didn't have to change the logo. Brilliance. Sheer brilliance. Right. That is amazing. And they are playing the Saskatchewan Roughriders on June 11th at 7 p.m., in case you care. If you don't know, now you know. Why did Edmonton change to the Elks?
Because of naughty words.
I guess so, yeah. I had long believed that Edmonton's club, much like its high school hockey team, had no business calling themselves by a name that many considered to be a racial slur. Eskimo, I guess, is a racial slur. Mm-hmm. Now that he was... Yeah. Well, even with Redskin... So then how come the Cleveland Indians don't have to change their name?
They probably should. Probably just.
What about the Atlanta Braves? Those assholes.
Stubborn, right? I've heard terrible things that Cleveland is like very stubborn. No, I have no idea. I don't know shit about Cleveland.
No clue.
It's all conjecture. It's all just rumors and hearsay.
Well, look at they got the Cleveland Indians. How dare you?
But yeah,
and then they've got the Cleveland.
I don't imagine.
What's the name of their football team, bro? Cleveland Browns.
Even more Indians.
Ooh. No, the Cleveland Browns. You can't say brown. That's a color.
Right. What if you went like a Cleveland Purples?
Yeah, exactly. LA Dodgers. I mean, I understand it. Like Redskins. When you think about it, that's pretty harsh. I just Eskimo. I didn't realize Eskimo was a racial slur, though. I just thought it was
not until recently. I was recently informed that. So, I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect me. That's the only time I ever said Eskimo. Or if I was thinking about like those shitty, poorly animated cartoons from our childhood where only the lips moved with like people lips, and they had that one with the Eskimo.
I remember that.
I remember that one.
They cut the face out.
The only 2 times in my life that I ever had to like think about an Eskimo. I'm like that. Those would be the 2 times.
So that's what we were talking about that before. I'm like, we didn't realize Eskimo was a racial slur because, it's just a word that you just never really use. But it was the name of a football team, So I figured they just changed it to something else. And they did. Elks makes sense. They didn't have to change the logo, so that was pretty smart. But I think it's weird, too, that so Washington finally changed their name and dropped the Redskin. And they didn't even replace the name, though. I think they just called themselves Washington.
I think that's what I was thinking of. There was like the Washington football team or something. They just
it's just like, Washington.
Just full passive aggressive. They're like, fine, we won't pick any name for our team in case it offends the sensibility. Like I don't know.
I wonder. It's possible.
They're like, if we can't have this, what if tomorrow we call ourselves the Washington Suns? And all of a sudden tomorrow, they're like, the sun is fucking bad. It gives you cancer, and it and it's,
we're gonna call ourselves
dome on the earth. Now they're going against the...
What would be the best was they called themselves the Washington Globes, and then all the flat Earth motherfuckers came out of the ditch and were like, you can't, the Earth is flat. How dare you call it the Globes? We're going with that one. We're voting for the Washington Globes. Let's do it.
Washington Round Earthers.
The Washington Scientists.
Here's one I think is that we're talking about names and things that I was just looking up because I try not to think of the CFL as very little as I can.
It's really easy not to think about it because it's just like you said, it's like 7 teams.
Right.
Sometimes it's pretty good football. Tiger Cats.
Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that one and I'm going, does it really need to be the Tiger Cats? Is that isn't the Tiger -Cats is a bit much?
It's. I
I'm
think
pretty
it
sure-
sounds like an '80s cartoon, like the
Because when you
Thundercats.
say the Tiger Cats, like if you're saying the tiger, I'm going to infer
It's a cat.
because of the word that you use, tiger, that it is in fact a large cat,
Yeah, it'd be like calling a team like the Winnipeg Sharkfish.
right? Like the
Shark's a fish. We get it.
Montreal puppy dogs.
They are the Montreal bear mammals. Oh, the bear's a mammal.
exactly.
Thanks. You know.
And then we got Montreal, the Alouettes, which is French
Alouettes.
for
Yeah.
who knows what French is for?
I think it's. No, we're gonna get
It's
shit
French
on
for
for this.
Alouette.
It's a French word. They just used it.
No, exactly. I'm sure.
It better not be racial slur. Holy shit.
Look,
Maybe
all the
nobody
good
knows.
French- Yes,
Is that the best cat secret
everybody knows
ever?
that the Quebecers have an excellent sense of humor.
Oh shit! We're getting fucking squirrely back here in row 7.
No, Jeff's upside down over the
Jeffrey
wall. almost.
Elliott is in the parking lot.
Can you
Came
get it
back.
on the wheels though. Oh, land it.
Oh, he stopped the landing. What do you give him? I give him like a 7.
Oh, he's smoked out.
He's smoking the ganja leaf.
We'll see what
That is
happens
not
if you go
good.
upside down. Then all the oil gets into the top part of the motor where it doesn't belong. Trust me, I'm a mechanic. I know how these things are.
Oh, he cooked her. He's done.
Yeah.
That's a shame. We were having fun watching him race too, man. Up the
The
front,
first
down
time
the
that,
back.
things going wrong because he was holding his own in the front of the race there pretty good.
Yeah.
the
and he-
front of the pack, I should say.
well, then he dropped to the back there for a little while too. We're just going to go into replay mode here. He'd be in the back of the pack, back at the front again. Like it was just, I'll fast forward this and see where it happened.
All good. Why are you fast forwarding
Wow.
that? Oh.
In fast forward mode, do you see that? How crazy that looked? It looked like he just was like, I'm going to hurt you now. Bang.
It looks like he was lining him up for a body check. Like he was going to put him in the board.
Yes.
He
It's
jumped the fuck
exactly
in the ice.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was a Scott
He just put
Stevens.
that hip right into him.
Yeah. Okay, we get the best view from helicopter. Same thing,
Right
just
there.
a little snug in there. And it's a
Cross
two-wheel.
ice pass.
That's a two-wheel bang.
And then he comes up that lip.
Oh,
and
wow.
whammy.
It was the flattening out on the apron that just sent that car squirrely style.
That's
Tarnation
what it was. It
TV
just sent him
Turbo
right
hoax.
back.
Or a curse. Let's go cockpit view of the 5.6. And look at nothing because the car is upside
It was
down.
right about here where he knew it was going to go all wrong.
Yeah. And it was about that time he knew he fucked up.
Record scratch. What? You probably asking yourself, how did I get here?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Well, we joke around a lot, but that sucks. And we know it sucks because it happened to me half an hour ago.
Exactly. I got secondhand shittiness of that because I was in the car, so I'm all right. But
Yeah, it's a little dizzy.
yeah, I'm a little dizzy, my neck's a little sore, but didn't help that I was sitting on the beer cooler either. I probably should have strapped in. I was not expecting to go upside down.
Right. Son of a bitch. Hand me a cold one. Oh.
Right. It's the sip and pass. The Sunoco sip and pass.
Yeah,
You're
buddy.
drunk, go home.
Oh, Pat's
I'm
still
just here to
running.
drive the crane.
Look at, I love the damage model on these cars too. So check out Pat McCarski's damage on that. That's a cool paint job. Who was that? Was that Alex Moe in the Lowe's car?
Coca-Cola?
Hold on a second. That's gotta be Alex. Yeah, he's always driving that. Lowe's. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
He's driving the vintage. What the hell? Oh, there we go. He's driving the vintage cars. And that looks like a nice vintage paint job. The blue and the red and the yellow. Am I right?
It's timeless.
Everybody else's car is a hot piece of shit. This car, if I do say so myself, is amazing. That's my best Greg Palmer
I pick your brain
impression.
on one thing.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the Ottawa football team?
The Ottawa football team is a genius name in the CFL. They are the Ottawa Red Blacks.
Right.
They chose two colors for their name.
It's just like a comedic race to the fucking bottom. I swear to God.
It's like
What is that?
why red? I don't get it. I mean, their uniforms look awesome. You know why? Because they're red and black, and they work. Like red and black look sick together. But why did you have to call yourself the Red Blacks? Why not call yourself like the Spartans or the Alien
Well, I mean,
or the
look at
Aliens? or something?
Toronto. Toronto has the Argonauts,
The Argonauts. Great name.
right?
Great name.
BC, we got the Lions.
Rawr. Which
Calgary.
But there's an NFL team called the Lions. Right?
True.
Detroit? Yeah. So
Yeah.
come on. Lions. But then again, who was first? The CFL's been around like 120 years. Like how long have the You know what?
You know
Google
what?
that. Maybe
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
you know what, Detroit? Maybe you can go fuck yourself. Give us a fucking minute. We're gonna check this shit because the CFL's been around a long goddamn time.
Right?
It's been around like a long fucking time.
Did the BC Lions joined the CFL in 1958? The team was founded in 1954.
Okay.
Okay, so that's BC Lions.
54? Okay, write that down. I'm gonna write this
Detroit's
down.
line founded.
BC.
Ooh, I figured the Lions were founded in 1929. Detroit Lions, that is.
29. Okay,
Yeah,
BC,
so-
you're an idiot.
We're copying stuff all the way back here.
Oh man, you had 40 years to figure out a different name.
Calgary Stampeders. I don't know about that one. They could
Stampeders.
do a lot better. It's not.
It's not horrible, and they do have the Calgary Stampede every year, so I think that's why, because the Stampede is such a massive thing in North America and Canada. Like maybe they just decided to keep it all consistent. So then when they named their hockey team the Flames, it made no sense. Well, you know what though? They didn't name their hockey team the Flames because it was originally the Atlanta Flames, and then when they moved to Canada, they just kept the Flames and called it Calgary.
Oh.
Yeah, because it used to be
I did not know that.
it used to be the Atlanta Flames, and then the Atlanta Flames moved to Calgary, and they just kept it as. But it's cool because they
Dang.
kept the captain and the assistant captains in hockey. They have the C and the A on their chest to distinguish
Yes, sir.
assistant from captain. So the captain of the Calgary Flames, the C is the C with the Flames, the logo, and the A is the Atlanta Flames logo.
Oh.
So that's pretty neat little thing too. So they kept the original team's logo on their jersey on the assistant captains. So the
That's
three
pretty
assistant
cool.
captains have the Atlanta A on their chest to designate assistant, but also kept the old logo from the team from where they originally came from. So that was pretty sweet. It's
That
like an
is,
A with a little flame inside the gap in a capital A. It's pretty cool.
I've never noticed that. I can say
Yep.
honestly.
Check it out, man. The assistant captains on the Calgary Flames, depending on the jersey they're wearing. I mean, they do have like 6 different jerseys they'll wear, but they do have the Calgary Flame C and the Atlanta Flame A in one of those sets of jerseys.
All right.
What other horrible names?
Black. No, pretty horrible names. Winnipeg Blue Bombers,
Blue Bombers, yeah.
and then Saskatchewan.
Rough
Actually, you know
Riders.
what? Because I forgot they changed it now. So yeah, they're the only Rough Riders in the league. But
Right. I think it was the
I-
Ottawa
I-
Rough Riders.
it was right.
And then they changed it to the Red Blacks, I think.
Like honestly, like somebody's like every time somebody finds out that the CFL has 9 teams and 2 of them have the same names, we as Canadians die a little bit inside. It's fucking embarrassing.
It is. It's like, stop calling the new teams the Rough Riders. It's already been taken. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
no, people are gonna think that we're riding like the short bus or something. Like, come
And
on, fellas,
the
let's-
Lions are weak, man, because like the Detroit Lions existed like 30 years before the BC Lions. Like you could have come up with something else. Even just name it the
exactly.
Canucks. Like have both teams be the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks and the
Right.
BC Canucks. Eh?
Yeah,
or hosers,
exactly. Lions, Tigers,
BC Hosers. Get take
Ligers.
off. The
Is
Ligers.
this the hybrid between the lion and
Yep.
the tiger. Those
Do
are usually
eagles
the
have
ligers.
large talons?
Eagles? Yeah.
I'm doing the Napoleon Dynamite thing
Yeah. So
because
I'm like,
he
Eagles, I'm
drew
pretty sure.
because he drew a liger. or whatever the fuck it was.
I'm trying to think where did I even know that from? I'm like,
Yeah,
that
Liger.
tidbit is brought to you by Napoleon Dynamite.
Yep. I bet you I can throw this football over those mountains. Uncle Rico.
Take it easy.
I love how the geek, what's his name? The cousin or whatever.
It escapes me right now.
Not
but...
Pedro. Shit. Where he was dating that the black lady, like, look, and her name was ridiculous. It was like La Juanisha or something, and everybody thought he was full of shit. And then she actually showed up, and she's like the hottest like supermodel ever, and you're like, wait, what? He wasn't bullshitting the whole time. That movie was so crazy perfect.
Yeah, that was a really an odd one, like for a kind of out of nowhere comedy. Like that one hit a bunch of marks.
Yeah, it just seemed to be another like one of those perfect storms of like, why is this funny? What lap are we on? We are on lap number 41, or sorry, 41 of 60.
Nice.
Two cars.
Not much to say.
Yeah,
As
two
you can
cars
see at
retired.
home, if you're watching, these guys are in fact in a line. You know, a little wiggling.
I do like it though, man.
Line. So if you missed that at home, listeners, watchers, they just formed from one line into two.
And you can see from the camera angle that one car has red wheels, and that car has gold wheels.
And there's also, and just for you, Grandma, because I know you're watching at home at the retirement home.
Yep.
You didn't get into too much of the peach schnapps. You are in fact seeing two Coca-Cola cars.
Stock cars of paints I do not have downloaded. The Dixon brothers.
All good.
Bob and Top. Yeah, the Coca-Cola and the...
I don't think I'd seen a Coca car yet, but that makes sense.
Yeah, and then the Hooker headers, the one up front there, the number 19. That's also another game-generated car of...
but it fits, I don't know, it doesn't look out of place in this.
No, like in the Shake and Bake with the Monster Energy 19 mod, it's those weird anime ones and they're all blurry. But in this mod, they actually took the time to like create legitimate looking cars. So you can tell by the numbers on the side, the font sucks. That's a game generated font. But the design of the car, at least it looks like a car, you know?
Right? Yeah, even like the Coca-Cola cars. I didn't even think anything of it. I thought maybe just a couple buddies out there racing with similar cars. Like,
it's all in that font. You can see the font is the same on the 19 and it's the same on the 45 and the 143. They got that, they're really weak, really weak, thin font. But that's hats off to the mod creators because they put these in here. I don't know why they never did that with the Men Cup 19. They just have these blurry anime skins that make no sense. And with all the talent in the community, like you could easily come up with 6 generics that are legit, you know. And the original mod for the game, that like when you install the game, they're just a solid color. Like there's blue, red, yellow, green. There's no designs, but I think it's up to the mod makers to supply those defaults. So did we cover all the shitty CFL football teams and their stupid names? I think we did.
I think
Edmonton, Calgary, BC, Saskatchewan Roughriders, Blue Bombers, Hamilton Ticats, Argonauts, and the Red Blacks. Yeah, and then the East Coast doesn't get nothing. All you Newfoundlanders and Nova Scotia people.
Play football out there.
Yeah, too windy.
Exactly.
Too cold. Fuck, man. You see the Buffalo Bill games?
Busy fishing. No,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Man, like minus 40 and like they're playing in like 4 feet of snow. Like,
that's
crazy, dude. Yeah, man. People are bundled up sitting there going for it. Like, their Bills fans are crazy, man.
I guess it would have to be, right? Like, maybe whoever didn't put a roof on the stadium was the crazy one. I'm going to throw that out there.
Yep. How about we do what the Cowboys do? Do Cowboys have a dome? I know they have a crazy arena.
I don't watch enough NFL to speak to that either. I don't watch really CFL or NFL. I'll watch the highlights, and I'm not opposed to it, but
Yeah, I'll watch
The only
like a
time I've
Super
actually
Bowl.
been interested in the NFL in the last year was when I was working with some guys last year, and one guy would always put money on the games on every Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Or not Saturday. Sunday, because we were working Sunday and
Sunday,
Thursday.
Sunday.
Sunday's when the football is. Sunday's when the football is, right? So again,
Monday
this is how
night.
little I watch football. Right?
Yeah, Monday
But yeah,
night
so I'd watch with him.
football, I
He
don't
had money on him, so then I would root for whoever he had money on, because then maybe
Yeah.
he's gonna pick up the tab at the bar if he made it big, right? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
if I triple this money and we're getting limo and getting sloppy, I'm like, come on, your team. then
yeah, go
eventually-
your team.
But you had to place bets on 4 or 5 games, right? So if you only got 4 out of 5, you didn't get anything back. And if you got 5 out of 5, depending on, you would at least get your money back, maybe a little bit more. But depending on how easy the picks were, if you picked all the easy picks, you're not making hardly any money. In fact, you might even lose money, even if you guessed the majority right.
Yeah, but it's more exciting though. At least you're more invested in the game, right?
Oh, for sure, 100%. Like, at least then I'm like, I care about this now. And
Well, that's like watching hockey. Like, I don't really watch it by myself. It's way more fun in a room full of people, especially like my brother and my dad being massive Bruins fans. You know, it's like just watching these two guys go psychotic makes me psychotic.
Oh yeah, no, you get caught up in it for
It's
sure.
great.
I can
Great
agree.
fun. And the Leafs are shit in the bed. The Panthers beat the Bruins, so my brother's really sad. And then now the Leafs make it to the second round, first time in like 19 years, and they're like they're down 3-0 against the Panthers. Look at the run Alex is getting on Chris. Where the hell did that come from? 4 wide. Oh, I see what they're doing. Green flag pit stops.
Oh, a little bit coming in hot there.
Whoa, really hot. He's going to keep her together, though. I guess if we were actually paying attention. Well, you know what? There's still guys out there that are probably coming into the pits again. Yeah, these guys will be coming into the pits. Get on a good camera, Donlin. There we go. First time. Gotta start somewhere.
First try. I like it.
So the number 19 of BSR Ferco, Alex Moe behind him, Ken Huntsbury in the Washington football team car. Oh, Eli did not see that coming. Oh, he gathered it up. Wow. That was awesome. Holy moly. That was a great save. I mean, that car took some bad damage, but that was a really good save.
Right.
Like a sliding sideways at 170 mile an hour and gathered it back up because it looked like he said he was coming off the wall and he was going to take care of Ken. Trying to slow down for the pit road, too. Like if you speed up to avoid that wreck. Oh, Eli just retired. So we have 4 retirees today. Me, Jelliot, Dotson, and the 91 and the 114 of BSR Eli retired. Pat's still out there. He's a lap down.
Ten laps left, so
yeah, 10 to go. Currently in
no yellow on that
first. No,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yellow stayed
He came
out.
way under speed.
Yeah, he's coming out of the pits. Yeah, and the rest, everybody else is still up to top speed. It's billing. It's got Alex Moe in first. Last time past the stripe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just meant that last shot that you had focused on there when you came out of the pits. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, you parked yourself firmly in the middle lane and you're only doing second gear. You might want to get on that thing. It's the one on the right.
The one on the right. God damn it. What are you waiting for? Push the gas
Just a little
pedal
backseat
down.
driving tips from the pro broadcasters at
Yeah. The guys that aren't in the race right now. What are you doing? Well, you know what they're not doing? They're not crashing in lap 8 like me.
To be fair, that one I don't think you can take any blame on that one. You got fed by that one kind of off the side.
Yeah, it's kind of a domino effect, right? Everybody just starts bouncing and there's
Like
nowhere
I'm
to go.
not so good of friends with you that I wouldn't hesitate to point out your blame. If you like hit somebody from behind in a bad push, I'm like, you fucked up.
Why
and
the
you should
fuck?
feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Probably just take a couple days off and think about that.
Yeah, go to another room and be sad about what you did.
Exactly. Just, spray you with the squirt bottle like the cat. No,
Yeah, really.
that's a bad racer. Shh.
Stop doing it.
Don't bump off center.
Tune in Friday on Tarnation TV Turbo when we talk about horrible names for baseball teams.
Oh, I'm sure you could go down the
I mean,
list
most of them suck.
Yeah, the only Canadian team, and it's after a bird. Like,
Blue
I don't get
Jays.
the.
And what the fuck was a Montreal Expo? What's an Expo?
Oh right.
Yeah,
I forget that they exist.
Montreal Expos. And you're like, what's an? I don't even get it. But I mean,
Like
I guess
Montreal
I can.
expose.
Yeah, EXPOS. But I wonder, like,
Oh yeah.
I guess I can't really slag it because they're probably the only team in the history of the planet to be called that. Yellow flag conditions on the racetrack.
Bird names are popular though, right?
Bird names, yeah. Orioles,
Orioles.
Cardinals, Jays. What's a like Seattle Mariners? I like that one. I like the Mariners. That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle and then the Seattle Kraken, the new hockey team.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, that's I was like, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it because it's all a water theme up there, right? Like they've got you got the Mariners, and then you got the Kraken, and then the Seahawks. Yeah, see what? Seattle's got their shit together, man. They got some cool names.
They do. They do.
Way to go, Seattle. At least somebody's making cool. Look at that.
How's it going with their Ottawa?
Yeah.
Red
Look at the
flag.
rear ends on these cars. Check this out. So there's Pat McCarskey, still running, crunched.
Still running the turbo.
Yeah. Craig Hagley, crunched. Still running. Mangialardi, crunched. The damage model on this mod, too, is really good. See how they're all different?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Pushed in.
Yeah, these two are the same, I think. This one's even worse. So it's kind of neat how that happens. I don't know where... Like, the yellow came out and the same thing. Like, am I missing something here? I'm looking for smoke.
This is the second time it's happened.
Right there's yellow right there. So where is the smoke? I don't know.
Weird. That's twice in the one race with that glitch.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like I said, I'm not in the TeamSpeak chat because I'm yakking with you, entertaining the people at home by saying swear words lots. And this shit's happened twice already, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
What,
They might be having competition yellows, but I can't see them doing a competition yellow with 6 laps to go.
Right? What lap was that when they crashed? That wasn't the race back, obviously, because it was...
It would have been a race back, but we will go green again. There's still 6 laps to go, and there is no cars lap down, so they should only run 3 caution laps here, so we'll be going green in a couple. We'll stay focused on the FSB official pace car to see when the lights go off. That's how we know he's moving out of the way. Looks like an old Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
Same one your weird uncle drove to every family barbecue, and it was probably beige. I just think of that scene in Joe Dirt. Like every time Kid Rock rolls up in that convertible, he's always got the same song playing.
Yeah, right.
Ain't seen nothing yet. Bow, bow, every time.
He had the old, was that a Firebird or something like that? I think it was.
I think so. T-Bird, Firebird, something.
The
Yeah.
T-top, right? With the, I know the one you're talking about.
He had one of them cars there with the removable roofs and whatnot. It converts back and forth like a convertible.
When I think of like cheesy Corvettes and,
Yeah.
and cinema, I think they're one like the classic, like probably like mid to late 70s, early 80s Corvette.
Lights are off.
In the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
With Cyrus, he pulls up.
Oh yeah. Big
He's carrying
wagon.
his handgun. He's like, "Fuck off! I got work to do," and he's just like the villain of the trailer park. But yeah, he drove around in that convertible T-top kind of Corvette. style like that. I just remember him with like a leather jacket, and he's got a piece on him, which of course is out of the ordinary in Canada, especially in the I was thinking especially
Eastern
in trailer parks,
provinces.
not only.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, anywhere you wouldn't see that. So he comes out with a gun. He's acting like a jerk, and then of course the boys. Well, if you haven't seen the Trailer Park Boys, you're doing yourself a disservice. Although you can tap out around probably season 9 or 10, it gets really fucking off the walls, or maybe even a bit earlier.
Okay, so because I've seen episodes here and there, but I don't really follow it like a religion.
Oh no, I
But
used to watch it like
you used to watch it all
every
the
Sunday
time.
when it came out. Yeah, like when it was. Oh, I would wait for the new episodes. It was just something that we were all watching, all the buddies and stuff at the time, right?
Yeah, it's a great show.
And then
So are they still
I didn't
doing
watch it. I don't think so. They did like an animated season one time, and I don't think it was great, but yeah, I don't know.
But it is definitely a Canadian classic.
There's a different, they got rid of one of like the main writers, and they still had some good episodes. It wasn't like it was bad, but you could tell there was like a tonal quality in the show, like a huge shift. And then
Something missing.
later seasons where it just got, in my opinion, just like stupid, like for the sake of it. And then I don't know. Then they're bringing in like celebrities just to try and punch it up. Like Snoop Dogg's going to get involved in their weed business, and Tom Arnold's gone to the trailer park because he likes watching the show. So they became like super meta, and I don't. So there's definitely highs and lows in some of the later seasons. I mean, some of it's still really great. Classic Trailer Park Boys, like they obviously have some of that in there, but it wasn't as consistent as the earlier seasons, I think.
I remember watching the Red Green show. That show was amazing.
Red Green show, awesome, right?
Yeah, Letterkenny's really funny. Shorzy is actually good. Have you checked out Shorzy?
Shorzy is fucking great, man.
I couldn't believe how they kind of went to like a drama setup, or how they were filming it like it was like an actual TV show. You know, because usually that style of like Trailer Park Boys, Letterkenny, Red Green, you know, it's tripod stuff, and it's not really like, you know, they don't really color grade it or light it at all. They just kind of shoot it, or it's on a set. Like Red Green was on a set, but they filmed Shorzy like it was a legitimate like episode of like ER, you know, like a weekly legit drama. And I was watching it going, wow, they shot this like a real show. Oh, door banging. Craig has been leading in the entire race, and we got to get up here to see who wins. This is lap number 57 of 60, so this will be for the win. That is Billy Allisaur.
Outside.
Big push on the outside. Well, the Washington football team car, driven by Ken Huntsbury. Alex Moe. To the 48 Lowe's machine. Wow, Allisaur dropped back to 5th.
He's trying to
They're looking
all over the place.
He's blocking lanes, and it is going to be Alex Pack Moe.
Nice.
It's Alex Pack Moe, and I can't remember the 19's name. The BSR Furco and Ken Huntsbury in the number 55 Washington football team car.
There you have it.
Yeah. That was a good run. I like how they almost put the run on, but they made the move too late, you know, to be able to catch Alex. That pace car doesn't care about anybody's health or safety. He just drove directly through Furco in the 19. Can you believe that, Brad?
To hell with space-time and everything we knew about physics. This pace car will be damned if he's not in front of this pack.
Yes, right you are. Today's race brought to you in part by Pepsi Cola. Visit Pepsi.com, enter coupon code TARNATIONTV Turbo, and save yourself an extra 15% off on checkouts. Free delivery on orders over $60. Thank you, Pepsi.
Gotta get me some of that. Pepsi. I'm drinking it.
I'm drinking it right now.
Is that the slogan?
Yes. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm drinking it.
Yeah. Get it in, yeah.
Thanks, Justin Timberlake. How much money did he make for making that jingle? That McDonald's jingle.
Did he make that jingle?
Yeah, dude. I think he was hired to make a jingle, and that was the jingle. I'm like, holy fuck.
I mean,
Holy fucking
you
shit,
probably should
bro.
pay him lots because even like I don't watch TV or tolerate commercials anymore.
No.
I still remember.
How do you not know that,
That
though?
song was never going to leave your head.
No. It's like the greatest like thing. I'm pretty sure it was Justin Timberlake. They hired him to come up with a jingle, and there it is.
Even if
That's
it's not,
what I
I'm still
read.
going to go around repeating that as if it were fact.
Yeah.
And I choose to believe it. And it makes.
I did too. I don't know why, so I'm going
It's
to check.
plausible. It's absolutely plausible, and you could even look it up and tell me it's not the case, and I'll still go and tell everybody at work tomorrow. And then they'll probably look it up and tell me I'm wrong as well. No,
I'm
see
Loving
right
It song by Justin Timberlake.
here. There it is.
Yep.
Huh.
Artist Justin Timberlake. Released in 2003. That jingle's as old as this game. Fuck that jingle.
That is a damn.
Man, the money he must get off that, because they still use it, and they just change it. It's heavy metal, it's rock and roll, it's pop. It works everywhere.
Exactly.
Brilliance.
He's a musical genius.
Yeah. Currently on lap number 59. Lap number 59 brought to you in part by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Insert coupon code. What's the coupon code for our McDonald's? I can't find
the
it.
McDonald's coupon is get it in ya with it, and then the in and then YA. Get it in ya.
Oh, like one word. Get it in, yeah. That's the coupon code. Put that in to check out and save yourself an additional 20% off a Big Mac next Tuesday. Thank you, McDonald's, for sponsoring Carnation TV Turbo and the Washington football team car. Washington football team. They spelt it wrong.
I didn't think you could read that good, so I can't. So I wasn't going to try and even make I will sound it out. Football. Yeah.
Man, did you hear that? The AEW. If we talk about pro wrestling for a second, they're going to do a gig, like a pay-per-view event in Wembley Stadium in London.
No kidding.
And just in pre-sale, 50,000 tickets were sold. That place can hold $100,000, I think.
That's a huge. I clearly had no idea the scope of that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's a ton of people.
Oh, it's wild, dude. So the AEW sells 60,000 tickets to Wembley.
That'd be something to see. Yeah, I hadn't really any inclinations to go traveling, but just to see like an arena of that size. Not that to go see wrestling there, but just to go there. Like to look at like I don't know the average like the hockey rink. How many can you fit in like GM Place? 40,000, 60,000? No,
A hockey rink.
Exactly.
For a hockey game,
20,000.
you can usually fit in about 17 to 20, depending on the size of the place. Mm-hmm. So then, for like a boxing match or like a UFC event or a pro wrestling thing, you could get more because then there's people on the rink, right? That they cover up the arena part of it,
Right.
Like
what are you
the
gonna get
ice
on the floor of that part?
Another 1,000, maybe.
So you're saying
That seems like a
100,000?
lot. That seems like a lot.
100,000 at Wembley.
I think they said the Wembley record was an Ed Sheeran concert, and it was 109,000. Wembley Stadium capacity can hold 90,000. It's got 90,000 seats, though. That's for a soccer game, right? So if you have
seats.
90,000 seats at a soccer game, so
That's
if you put people on the field, you can hold more, I believe.
That's weird. It doesn't. I mean, it's huge. What's the seating capacity of BC Place?
Let's see. Portsmouth fans celebrate that. Who sold out? I'm trying to see. There was a record.
BC Place has seats 54,000 seat capacity.
Wow. So Wembley's twice the size.
That's just that's an insane number. It's hard to fathom because I mean, that's our local CFL stadium. That's 50,000. And then so twice the size, effectively. Like,
It's crazy. And then, yeah, for specific events, you can just get more. I think it's 90,000 capacity for a soccer game. So if you put people on the grass, now you're just amplifying it, right? And a soccer pitch is huge, right? Like it's got to be what, like 90 yards? I don't know how long a field is in soccer, but again, you're just adding thousands more people to the flat part of the place, right? So it's, yeah, there's 60,000 seats for a pro wrestling event. So there you go. And that's where I was last Saturday, which is why we did not broadcast live. Because I was busy in the next city over watching the local wrestling, pro wrestling. It was a lot of fun, though, dude. It was so funny.
good time.
There's an amazing tag team match that they had. You come out with these two guys, they call themselves the Freaks. One dude's dressed like Leatherface, and the other guy's dressed like this weird, freaky clown.
Yeah.
And they come out and crowd favorite, right? Like, I don't know any of these people, like they're local. So, but you know, everybody cheers for these dudes. I'm like, okay, these are the guys. And then they were fighting these two Russian guys, you know, Russians in quotes. They were just huge Canadian dudes with giant beards and fake Russian accents. But they come out with the
being absolute heels.
oh, dude, and like instant booing, everything. It's like a 10-minute setup, just them getting to the ring, messing around, you know. Then they're getting ready to start the match, and the one Russian dude goes over to the MC with the mic in the middle of the ring, announcing everything, and he interrupts him, whispers in his ear, right? Whispers something in his ear, and the announcer goes back. He goes, "Well, you know, whatever his name was," he goes, "But like, before we start the match, Team Russia has requested that we all take a moment of silence for the wonderful Vladimir Putin."
Holy shit.
Everybody, Shelly and I start crying, laughing. It's so perfect because the place explodes with booing. And these two guys are standing in the middle of the arena looking at the camera because a local TV show taped it. They had like 15 cameras down there. It was crazy. So, and they are booing so loud, and they're trying to shh the crowd. They're trying to tell everybody to quiet down. They're trying to concentrate, get their moment of silence. They're plugging their ears because they're booing so loud. I'm like, this is so fucking good. I'm like, man, they're setting it up like they're just, like you said, they're the perfect heels. And from the moment they walked in there to requesting a moment of silence for Vladimir Putin for no reason, just because he's just president of Russia or whatever the fuck he is. But knowing current events, the fucking asshole attacked the Ukraine for no reason. Just to request that, it was just so good. And the match was great because tag team matches are always so much fun too, right? They're doubling up on guys, and then one guy's, you know, distracting the ref while the other guy gets beat to death with fucking steel chairs and all this shit. So then,
somebody goes and grabs it from under the ring, and
and it was the whole thing where the Russian dudes were keeping the one freaky guy away, like the clown guy, away from getting a tag, you know. So he's getting gassed. I think it was the Leatherface guy. He couldn't make the tag. He couldn't get his buddy in the ring, right? The Russian guys kept working that one corner where Buddy could never get the tag in. But then when he finally made it across and did the big diving tag in, you know, Buddy comes in and they just start rallying. And the rally to the pin was phenomenal. Like this wasn't even the main event match, and it wasn't for a belt or anything, but I'm like, it was my favorite match of the night. And it was all great. Like they put on a great show. But, you know, the rally double teaming drop kicks off the top of the ropes, double teaming guys. Like one guy holds one guy up, the other guy hits him with a fucking clothesline from the top rope, you know, bouncing off the top ropes, just flying over the fucking top ropes onto a concrete floor because they didn't even have mats on the ground. I don't even know. Shit. No mats on the ground, dude. Concrete floor. They're flying off top rope, concrete floor, shit. Like, I'm like, these guys are crazy, fucking crazy, dude. And then they pin them and they win. Place goes crazy. You know, they beat the Russians, and the Russians are trying to get out of their they're limping and trying to help each other out, and they keep falling down because, you know, they've been beat so bad. But I'm like, that's the great thing about pro wrestling is the show. And I saw the one guy after the show, one of the Russian guys was like, man, that match was fucking sick. He's like, thanks, man. It was so perfect.
Oh, right.
They executed it so good. And you're only as good as your partner, man. And both of those teams worked so good together. And that place, and we pulled in, the parking lot was pretty much full. I was surprised there was that many people there. Because I'm like, for a local professional wrestling event, how many people are going to go? I'm thinking there might be 100. There might be 100 people there. There was like a good, probably 400 or 500 people there. And Kojiko, the local TV station, was there filming it. They had a dude with a small handheld camera watching them come out of the curtain. They had two other guys like with legitimate TV cameras on the floor beside the ring. They had a guy up on a scaffold with a hard camera on a dolly. They had another guy scooting around with a tripod, like a huge camera on a huge tripod, like legitimate pro TV setup. And I said to Sean, like, holy shit. I said, Kojiko's here and they're not fucking around. Like, they brought the whole rig. They've got like 6 legitimate TV cameras. They got a couple other guys on smaller wireless. They're all on wireless, but they like on smaller cameras so they can get into tighter spots. And I'm like it was really, really cool. I'm surprised they put on such a crazy show because I'd never been to one before. I didn't know, right? But 2 of us went for $20, 3 hours.
You know what? That was a pretty damn good evening.
Yeah. And I'm like, we could have gone and seen a movie that sucked. But, you know,
Right.
and she's not really a pro wrestling fan. And I don't watch it like religiously, but I like the entertainment aspect of it. And I like watching stunt men and women do their dance, right? It's a circus. And
for sure. It's an art form, right?
Yeah. And some of these matches were so good. That Team Russia thing was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And then the whole thing went off flawless, and it was great. Really good. The main event was really good too. It was just a one-on-one contender match or something for whatever they were talking about, but another really good match there too. And all around the event was great. There was one tag match. There's a couple tag matches. The one after the Team Russia guys fought the Freaks, there was another tag match a few matches after that, and he was actually sitting in front of us, one of the Russian guys, which is clearly just a Canadian guy from like fucking Ottawa. He's sitting down a couple rows in front. I guess his family was there watching, and we're watching the match, and this one kid goes up, and the move that he was doing, you could see like he kind of slipped, and he was coming down like perpendicular to the fucking ground. He was going to land on the top of his head. From being like kind of tossed up like, 8 feet in the fucking air. And I went, holy fuck. And then I saw the guy who's an actual wrestler kind of have the same reaction. Like he just put his head in his lap and was like, motherfucker, man. Like he didn't get hurt. They figured it out before he hit the ground, but he was coming down in a really bad angle. And I was like, man, this dude, you kind of, you watch enough of this stuff, you kind of know when something's wrong. But they figured it out. Otherwise, that might have been a broken neck. But
you hate to see that.
Yeah, and like you see it happening, and I'm like, whoa. And then he sees it happening because he's in the ring with these guys all the time. So he's like, he saw it happen, and we both kind of gasped, and he took a moment like, whoa, and hats off to the guys because in the ring, they figured it out and they saved him. Because if he hit the floor, it would have been done. They would have been calling a fucking stretcher. But they made it work. And it was a shitload of fun.
Right? You know what? And you say, for that kind of money too? Are you kidding me? You can't go wrong for an evening like that.
It's like $10 a seat or $20 a seat. And you just find your own seat.
$20 for 3 hours entertainment, like, come on, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was $20 a piece, And then they gave us money back because I don't know if you ever watched like ECW or WWF. There was a wrestler, Rhino.
Oh, okay.
Rhino was supposed to be there, but he got injured and he couldn't do the thing. So they let us in for half price. Like it was supposed to be 20 each, but they let us in for just straight 20 because the big main draw was Rhino and he couldn't make it. But I mean, even without him, the event was fantastic. And I didn't know if they were fucking around. They were saying he didn't, he couldn't make it. He got hurt. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out. Like they're just doing
making a performance.
Doing a wrestling thing. But no, he wasn't there. But it didn't take away from him, man. They home run of a show. I'm just saying, like, if you've got, like, your kids would fucking love that shit, especially if you understand, like, the entertainment side of it, where, yeah, it's a bunch of stuntmen putting on a show.
Right.
Man, if you keep an eye on your local shit, because if you got a local little wrestling gig, if they even half as exciting as what this thing was, they really had their shit together.
Oh, yeah, no, they've had wrestling out here. The last one that was out here was a few years back now. They had the midget wrestling.
No shit.
Yeah, and I know that's probably not the preferred term, but that's what it was billed as.
I was going to say, if that's what the sign said, then you're allowed to say it. Dwarves,
right?
Little people.
I'm pretty sure with midget. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was little people, but
no, they probably billed it as midget wrestling.
I'm pretty certain. So, but yeah, either way, I didn't go, but friends of ours had gone, and they said it was fun. I mean,
it's a shitload of fun. Yeah,
wrestling on a smaller scale.
Yeah, it's something I've never really. I'm sure it's been going on a while. I mean, these guys got to start somewhere, and this Jono is actually he went into training with those guys. The name of the local league is Chinlock Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He trained with them, and I'm like, do they? He loves wrestling. He lives and breathes it, right?
Well, no, he lives and breathes it, but let's say he's not a big dude, is he?
No, he'd be more of like the smaller guy that kind of does a lot of high flying shit. Because there is the huge guys. Yeah, I'd do that. I would love to be Jono's manager. That'd be fucking great.
Just get a cool costume and just chirp everybody.
Yeah, get the big glasses and the cowboy hat and come out like Macho Man or something. You know, and then the manager stuff's always fun. But yeah, he trained with them for a little while, and then he injured his hand. And then he had like an epiphany moment of like, do I keep following my dream of like, just kind of dabbling in this local professional wrestling stuff and taking these bumps, or play in the band? Because if he doesn't have his hands, he can't play his guitars. So he chose the guitars.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it sucked, but
I like a lot of those things too. Like my brother used to do like a lot of like motocross, dirt track.
Oh, did
stuff
he?
Like that. Like just small scale, but like like local stuff, but same thing. Like every race, there's like somebody's like, oh, fuck, I broke my leg, or I got a cast on here, and now you got to go to work, right? And kind of hard to go make a living when you can't pay, can't get off of your feet or off the couch.
That's
so
the thing.
Even he had to stop that too because he had too many close calls. I think a couple busted ankles or some minor stuff, but nothing major like he had. But wipeouts, sure, but
yeah, I mean, and then of course the worst can happen. Like Ken Block, the guy got killed on something he's done millions of times, the snowmobile stuff, and
right,
who knows what can happen. I mean, obviously, even their friends there, they used to do a lot of motocross, and always, like you said, with casts on their wrists and casts on their ankles, and it's like, man, you guys are always cooking yourselves. They're riding with casts on, and breaking the other wrist. Like you just got your cast off the left, and now the fucking right one's in cast 3 days later because they go for it,
Yeah, no, they're not here to half-ass it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? You live the life, and like, yeah, Jono had to make the call of like, you got these two passions, but what if he can't play guitar? You can always pick a guitar up, no matter where you are. Even if it's just as a stress relief or whatever. you know, but you can't always get in the ring and start bashing people and doing that whole deal either. So it's like, it's too bad that he never was able to really do it. But hey, it turned me on to the Chinlock promotion or whatever you want to call it here locally. Cause
That's still pretty cool.
You know, like, oh, maybe I should follow these guys on Facebook. You know, then an event pops up. I'm like, oh, we're going to that. It's in Ambersview. It's like literally a 14-minute drive to get to the arena. You know, so yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I mean, if you like the entertainment, you know, Shelly and I were having a hoot, man. It was just laughing, having a great time because the chops, like, you know, they slap each other in the chests.
Yeah, big stomp.
Or they do the stomp or they do the slap. Like they'll actually slap the guy. So like the one guy had him in the corner. And you know how you're allowed to put a guy in the turnbuckle and then punch him in the head 10 times and you got to stop?
Yeah.
Like there's rules that it can't be broken. Can't do 11. You'll get disqualified. But it's just a crowd participation thing. You get him in the corner and you climb up on him and you can hit him 10 times. So the crowd will count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
right.
you know, 10. So he's chopping the guy 10 times. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, gets to 9, takes 3 steps back, runs at him and slapped him with the 10th one. I have never heard a fucking clap that loud. The whole place went, oh, because it was loud, dude. It's too bad I wasn't recording it. It was crazy how hard he hit the guy, or just how he cupped his hand to make that noise. Oh, it was crazy. The whole place just, again, the reaction from the crowd was a great crowd.
Oh, right. Some of that stuff you can't fake. I'm sorry, you're going to take that one on the chin.
You're going to slap a guy in the face or in the chest, and then you can hear it in the back row. It's a little arena, but I mean, it echoes through the ceiling, you know, and it sounds crazy. I'm like, man, he hit him fucking hard. Holy shit. Or he just hit him right. You know, they know how to cup their hand to make it louder. But, yeah, if you get a chance to go to a local wrestling stuff, it's definitely a shitload of fun if you got some time to kill on a Saturday night.
Right.
And it was sponsored by the local pizzeria, but they kept running out of pizza.
Oh, no kidding.
The guy, they come in with a cart of fucking larges. They're 20 pies, right? Roll them in. Stack the table. 6 minutes. Gone. $5 a slice. Gone. No pizza. Hour later, they come in with another stack of 20 because they got the pizzeria down the street. So somebody's got to go get them. So they're just constantly making pizzas, right? And they come back with 20 more. Gone. Within 20 minutes. Gone. Come back again an hour after that. And we went down and we waited in line for no pizza until the pizza showed up. When the pizza got there, we got a slice. But yeah, it's sponsored by a local pizzeria, so that's a good problem to have. Can't keep the pizza in the place.
Right? Oh, how was your day? Well, I ran out of, couldn't make enough pizzas.
Yeah, we ran out of pizzas like 3 times, so they ended up moving like, you know, 100, probably like 80 to 100 large pizzas through that place in the course of 3.5 hours. And yeah, I don't even know how many people there would have been. I'm assuming there was probably about 400 people in there. So it's a cool little gig.
Nice, man. Well, that's good. Sounds like it'll be a fun time.
Yeah. You jumped in here right after work, didn't you?
I did, sir.
So you probably smell gross and want to go have a shower, don't you?
I smell pretty funky. That is, in fact, a thing.
I just looked at the counter. The race was over like 20 minutes ago. We've just been sitting here. Well, you've been sitting here listening to me talk because I don't know when to shut the fuck up.
That happens. So we've been known to get yakking once or twice before.
Well, we do have another channel.
Well, yes, what it is. A little bit of bullshit, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
If you want the full bullshit, Down in a Hole is another channel that we have that we put all the talk show stuff on. So youtube.com/ what the hell is the @ sign for that one? I can't remember.
@<0?
No, Down in a Hole. Down in a Hole now? I can't remember what I called it. It is
2 guys down in a hole.
It is Down in a Hole now. Because you can't, if you go youtube.com/ and then the @ sign Down in a Hole now, that'll actually come right up to our page there. But it's funny how Down in a Hole was already taken. Or Down in a Hole, the channel name wasn't taken. But the at, what do they call that thing? The little at sign, like the taggable username. You can choose what that is separately from the channel name.
Oh, no kidding.
So Down in a Hole, the channel name wasn't taken, but Down in a Hole, the tag was. So it's at Down in a Hole now. And that'll work on YouTube. Watch me and Jono or Brad or any combination of people talk about dumb shit and get about 20 hits per video because nobody cares about what we do, but it is fun if you like listening to a couple of fucking Canadians talk about bullshit.
Throw some ideas in the comments. What do you want us to talk about? Nothing? Fair. I can respect that. But we're still going to talk about something. So give us a topic besides shut up.
Right. Yeah. What do you want us to do? How about you shut the fuck up? Well, then how about you shut the stream off? That's also
it's counterintuitive to what we're trying to do here.
This is exactly, we're hanging out.
How will we ever get like stupid rich by shutting it down?
Yeah. Logan Paul didn't shut it down.
No. And we're a way bigger piece of shit than Logan Paul.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, man.
Logan Paul's going to have to try to get the dirt on us.
It'd be good heat to catch.
Right? Just start a beef with him. Oh, yeah. So that's the official stance of Tarnation TV is fuck Logan Paul in his bitch-ass face.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll let you get you. I guess you probably want to get started with your evening, eh? So I guess if...
I didn't know. That's all good, bud.
That's awesome.
I've got lots of time in my day to tell Logan Paul to get fucked.
Yeah, that'll be a weekly occurrence. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, thanks for having me, bud. Always a good time.
Yeah, man. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. And always remember, keep your stick on the ice. Thanks for watching Tarnation TV Turbo, if you did, in fact, watch it. Any words of wisdom?
If you see Logan Paul, tell him I say hi. And that he's a big old knob.